How to make any caregiver candidate open up with these 5 probing questions. If you're still asking cookie cutter interview questions like, why do you want this job? You're wasting your time. That approach, it's not gonna work in 2025. Caregiver candidates, they know how to give polished answers that tell you absolutely nothing. So if you want to find out who's truly reliable, dedicated, and worth hiring, you need to ask better questions. Questions that are going to make them think, pause, and open up. Now, the home care industry has changed. A decade ago, you could get away with a simple interview process. There was fewer competitors, there was less turnover, and candidates who'd actually stick around. But now, the game is different. We're facing massive caregiver shortages. Candidates, they have options, and the ones that you want are the ones that your competitors want too. So if you're not uncovering their true character in the interview, you're gonna roll the dice on that candidate. And guess what? Most of the time, you're hiring the wrong people. So here's the risk. Hiring the wrong caregiver means more no-shows, frustrated clients, and endless turnover. Your agency's reputation, it's gonna take a hit, and then you're left scrambling to try and fix up that mess. And it doesn't just cost you money, it costs you time. Every hour that's spent rehiring, retraining, or apologizing to a client is an hour that you could have spent actually growing your business. But if you nail this, you'll build a team of caregivers who show up, stick around, and make your agency the go-to choice for clients and referral source. After almost a decade of running my home care agency, we've tested out hundreds of different interview techniques, finding out the good and the bad. And now I want to share with you the results. And also, if you're serious about building a rockstar team, sign up for my free home care MBA newsletter. The link's in the description, and every week I'm going to send you actionable strategies that are actually going to help you scale your agency, land better clients, and hire the right caregiver. So now you might be thinking, but what if a candidate freezes up or doesn't give great answers? That's okay. Not everyone is going to shine in an interview, but if they can't handle a little pressure, how will they handle a tough client? And yes, some candidates, they might try to game the system by giving the basic and bare minimum answers. Remember, these are professional interview takers because they jump around to different companies. So that's why these questions, they're designed to push past the surface and reveal their true character. So here's 3 things that you can do right now. Number 1, use these 5 probing questions. Here are the questions that I swear by. These are ones that are going to make candidates open up and actually talk. So number 1, tell me about a time that you had to handle a difficult client or situation. How did you manage that? So this is going to reveal how they think on their feet. So this is going to reveal how they actually think on their feet and how they handle pressure. Another is, what do you do if you're running late and you can't make a shift? This provides accountability. You'll know if they take responsibility or they make excuses. And next is, what's the most meaningful experience you've ever had as a caregiver? This is going to tell you that they're not just in it for the paycheck. It's because they actually care. And also ask them, why did you leave your last job? So the past behavior is always going to predict future behavior. You want to listen for those red flags. And lastly, if we called your last employer, what would they say about you? So this is going to make them actually reflect on how others view their work ethic. And now number 2, you want to look for patterns in their answers. Pay attention to the stories that they tell. Are they consistently blaming others for their problems? Or are they actually showing accountability and problem-solving skills? The patterns matter. And number 3, test their commitment before you hire them. So here's the trick. Most agencies miss. And number 3, test their commitment before you hire them. This is the trick that most agencies miss. You want to test their reliability during the hiring process. So schedule a follow-up meeting or an onboarding session and see if they show up on time. If they don't, then that's your easy answer. So if you want to hire caregivers who are reliable, passionate, and a great fit for your agency, start asking better questions. So hit subscribe and let's transform your hiring process.